Whether we're talking about these designs specifically or even more general, a good idea when you're learning in particular is to try to keep your style similar so that you don't need as much bandwidth to remember things. So all of these characters are all based on a modular principle or concept that makes it so you don't really have to remember too many different things. This bunny and this frog are identical except for the artwork. Same goes for this rhino and this hippo. The only difference here is that the rhino has a horn on the front of its face. And even these two, everything is exactly the same, just you're adding different colors and adjusting the sizes or proportions, and adding little elements makes a big difference in what the character actually looks like. So that can be very helpful, especially in the beginning, so it doesn't take up as much of your brain power to remember things. Another thing is anytime you can make something a little more secure, it's better to do that. These are toys that kids are playing with, and a lot of times they're very aggressive. One thing that I see over and over again on the balloon forums is that they don't know why kids keep coming back and needing things repaired. One of those is like simply how it's constructed. For example, this one here, at this point you could make sure that that cannot come undone by locking it in and just passing it through. At this point that can come undone, and if these weren't tight enough, the whole thing could actually unravel as well. So anytime you can do that, it's better to just get that practice of making sure that everything is secure and locked in, so you don't have to do quite as many repairs. Also, whether you know how to make 5 different things, 20 different things, or you can make anything, the things that you can make confidently are going to just make you look better as an artist as well. The ones that you're more confident doing will just, in presentation, be better as well. This one really depends on you as an individual, but I actually prefer to stand up while I'm making balloons. When you're in a sitting position, everything is kind of right here at your waist and a lot of times in your crotch, and that's not going to work very well when you're asking kids to hold stuff for you. It just doesn't have as great of a presentation. You may be physically limited and need to sit down, but when I'm standing up, it gives me a lot more range to move around and do the things that I need to do. And if you're asking to hold pieces and you're goofing around letting pieces fly away, it's a lot easier to make it into a little bit more of an engaging interactive performance if you're in a standing position too. That also brings in that, yes, your feet will experience fatigue, especially after long hours of standing stationary too, or on concrete or whatever. Our feet, they do take more wear when you're standing too. So being able to transition from standing up or sitting down could also be helpful.